Hello everyone, my name is Mini Sethi. I hope you all are staying healthy. Today we are going to talk about theory of factor pricing, or we can say the theory of distribution for UGC Net. So what is factor pricing? Factor pricing mainly concerned with the distribution of output, or we can say the distribution of national income among various factors of production. Factor pricing mainly concerned with the distribution of output, or we can say the distribution of national income among various factors of production. As we know, there are mainly four factors of production: labor, land, capital and entrepreneurship. Labor receive wages, land receive rent, capital receive interest and entrepreneurship receive profit. And this theory mainly concerned with that how we can distribute our national income among wage, rent, interest and profit. That's why theories of wages, rent, interest and profit include in factor pricing. And most important theory of factor pricing is marginal productivity theory. Marginal productivity theory of distribution. That's why in today's video we will discuss marginal productivity theory in detail. Means in today's video we discuss about meaning, assumption, table, diagram and criticism of marginal productivity theory of distribution. And in today's video we will also discuss about some basic point of classical and modern theory of rent, substance wage fund theory of wages, classical Keynesian loanable fund theory of interest, and we will also discuss in today's video some basic point, mainly innovation, dynamic and uncertainty bearing theory of profit. So let's start it. First of all, we are going to talk about marginal productivity theory of distribution. This theory was propounded by German economist T.H. von Thunen, but after that so many economists like Karl Mackenzinger, Walras, Edgeworth and J.B. Clark also give their contribution for development of this theory. According to this theory, under perfect competition market, factor of production should get remuneration equal to their value of marginal product. According to this theory, under perfect competition market, every factor of production should get remuneration equal to the value of their marginal product. Value of marginal product means value generated by each additional unit of factor of production. So according to this theory, factor of production should get remuneration equal to the value they generate in production process. Now we are going to talk about assumptions of this theory. Existence of perfect competition in both market, product and factor market. Means this theory assumes there is perfect competition in both market, product as well as factor market. Apply law of diminishing return. According to this theory, law of diminishing return operate. That means after certain time period, marginal product of factor of production fall. Homogeneous factor of production. This theory assumes all factor of production are homogeneous. Apply law of substitution. According to this theory, we can substitute factor of production for each other. For example, we can substitute labor for capital or capital for labor. And according to this theory, there is full employment in economy. Now we are going to talk about key concepts of this theory. First key concept is marginal physical product, or we can say that marginal product. What is marginal physical product? Marginal physical product means change in total physical product, or we can say that change in total product after applying one more unit of factor of production. Marginal physical product means change in total product after applying one more unit of factor of production. For example, 5 units was producing equal to 30, but as we apply one more unit, or we can say that 6 units are producing equal to 35. Change in total physical product after applying one more unit of factor of production is equal to 35 minus 30 is equal to 5. This 5 will be called marginal physical product, because marginal physical product is change in total physical product after applying one more unit of factor of production. And formula of calculating marginal physical product is equal to MPP equal to delta TPP divided by delta F. Here MPP means marginal physical product, delta TPP means change in total physical product, delta F means change in factor of production. Suppose change in factor of production is equal to 1. Earlier 5 labor was working, but now 6 labor are working. So change in factor of production is equal to 1. And change in total physical product is equal to 35 minus 30. Means earlier we were receiving 30 units, but now we are are receiving 35 units. So change in total physical product is equal to 5. We will fill value in this equation. 5 divided by 1 is equal to 5. This 5 will be called marginal physical product. Other two key concepts are VMP, or we can say the value of marginal product, MRP, or we can say the marginal revenue product. We can calculate VMP when we multiply P with MPP. P means price, MPP means marginal physical product, as we earlier discussed. And we can calculate MRP when we multiply MR with MPP. MPP is marginal physical product, MR is marginal revenue. Revenue we receive by selling additional unit of factor of production. This theory work under perfect competition. As we know, in perfect competition, single seller cannot influence market price. That's why we assume under perfect competition VMP always equal to MRP. Now we will see the table of this theory. Here in first column we have land, and land is constant. Second column we have capital, capital is also constant. Third column we have labor, LA means labor, and labor is variable. You can see labor is changing. In this column we have TPP, means total physical product. This column we have MPP, that means marginal physical product, as we earlier discussed. And the marginal physical product is change in total physical product after applying one more unit of factor of production. Here you can see one labor is giving a 10 total physical product, and 2 labor is giving 16 total physical product, and change in total physical product after applying one more labor is 16 minus 10 is equal to 6. This 6 will be called marginal physical product, because marginal physical product is change in total physical product after applying one more unit of factor of production. 2 unit of labor are giving 16 total physical product, and 3 unit of labor are giving 21 total physical product. The change in total physical product after applying one more unit of labor is equal to 21 minus 16 is equal to 5. This 5 will be called marginal physical product. Similar you can calculate for other unit. And in this column we have V, MP and MRP. This theory work under perfect competition. And under perfect competition, we assume VMP is equal to MRP. How we can calculate VMP? Formula of calculating VMP is MPP multiply with price. MPP means marginal physical product, as we earlier discussed. So in this column we have MPP means marginal physical product, and here we assume per unit price is equal to 5. So when we multiply MPP with the price, it will become equal to VMP. So price is 5. 6 multiply with 5 is equal to 30, that is equal to VMP. 5 multiply with 5 is equal to 25. 4 multiply with 5 is equal to 20. 3 multiply with 5 is equal to 15. 2 multiply with 5 is equal to 10. So by this way we have calculated our VMP. Last column we have wage rate, and in this theory we assume our wage rate are constant. So according to this theory, firm should pay wages to labor equal to their VMP. According to this theory, firm should pay wages to labor equal to their VMP. Or we can say that according to this theory, firm should hire labor up to that point where wage rate become equal to their VMP. You can see at fourth labor, wage rate of labor become equal to their VMP. So firm should hire employer at this point. You can see before this point VMP is more than wage rate, and after this point you can see VMP is less than wage rate. So this is equilibrium point. At this point VMP is equal to wage rate. Now we understand diagram of this theory. In this diagram, on x-axis we have unit of labor, y-axis we have wage rate, VMP and MRP. This horizontal line represent our wage rate which are constant. AW is average wage rate, MW is marginal wage rate. This curve represent VMP and MRP of labor, and under perfect competition we assume VMP equal to MRP. So according to this theory, firm should hire OM amount of labor, because at this point you can see wage rate of labor is equal to their VMP. So this point will be called equilibrium point. Before this point you can see VMP is more than wage rate, and after this point you can see VMP is less than wage rate. So E is equilibrium point. At this point VMP is equal to wage rate. Now we are going to talk about criticism of this theory. First is unrealistic assumption. This theory is based on unrealistic assumption of perfect competition. There is not always perfect competition. There is monopoly, monopolistic competition, oligopoly as well. Heterogeneous factor. This theory assumes factors are homogeneous, but this is not true. Factors are heterogeneous also. Difficult to measure MPP. This theory based on marginal physical productivity, but it is very difficult to measure. Full employment. This is also unrealistic assumption. Difficulty of factor substitution. According to this theory, we can substitute labor for capital and capital for labor, but in reality this is very difficult to substitute labor for capital and capital for labor. Emphasis on demand side and ignore supply side of factor. This theory only pay attention on demand side and ignore supply side of factor of production. Now we are going to talk about some basics of other distribution theories like rent, wages, interest and profit, so that you can get some idea about this. If you want to study these theories in detail, then please check economic playlist. So first of all, we are going to talk about Ricardo theory of rent. According to Ricardo, rent is portion of produce of earth which is paid to landlord for the use of original and indestructible power of soil. According to Ricardo, rent is portion of the produce of earth which is paid to landlord for the use of original and indestructible power of soil. Means we are paying rent because we are using original and indestructible power of soil. And according to Ricardo, we can determine rent into three ways. First is extensive cultivation, second is intensive cultivation, last according to the situation of land. Now we are going to talk a modern theory of rent. This theory is a modified version of Ricardo theory of rent. First of all, this theory was given by J.S. Mill. After that, some other economists like Jevon, Pareto, Marshall and John Robinson developed this theory. So according to this theory, rent is surplus which arises due to difference between actual earning and transfer earning. According to this theory, rent is surplus which arises due to difference between actual earning and transfer earning. Or we can say that according to this theory, rent is difference between actual earning and transfer earning. Transfer earning means minimum payment that factor of production should be received, and the actual earning means what actually they are receiving from their current employment. For example, actual earning is equal to 400 and transfer earning is equal to 300. 400 minus 300 equal to 100. This 100 will be called surplus, or we can say this 100 will be called rent. Now we will see classical theory of interest rate. This theory is given by J.S. Mill, Marshall and Pigou. According to this theory, interest rate is determined at the point where demand for capital is equal to supply of capital. According to this theory, interest rate is determined at the point where demand for capital is equal to supply of capital. Supply of capital means cash or liquidity, and supply of capital depend on saving, and demand for capital depend on investment, means we do demand for capital for investment purpose. So supply of capital depend on saving and demand for capital depend on investment. That's why we can also say that according to this theory, interest rate will be determined at the point where saving and investment are equal to each other. So in this diagram, I is investment curve, S is saving curve. E is equilibrium point. At this point, investment is equal to saving, and OR is equilibrium interest rate, which is determined at the point where demand for capital is equal to supply of capital, or we can say that at this point saving is equal to investment. Now we are going to talk about Keynesian liquidity preference theory of interest rate. This theory mainly tells us a relationship between interest rate and people preference to hold cash. This theory mainly tells us a relationship between interest rate and people preference to hold cash. And according to this theory, interest rate is reward for going away from your liquidity for specific time period. Obviously, interest rate is reward because we are going away from our cash for a specific time period. And interest rate is determined by money supply and money demand. And demand for money means how much money people wish to hold as a cash. And how much money people wish to hold as a cash, it depends on three motives: transaction motive, precautionary motive, and speculative motive. And according to this theory, money supply is fixed. We don't have any control on money supply because money supply is fixed by monetary authority. Next is the loanable fund theory of interest rate. This theory is given by Wicksell, Olin, Myrdal and Robinson. According to this theory, interest rate is determined by demand for loanable fund and supply of loanable fund. Loanable funds means money that are available in economy for borrowing purpose. It's include all type of credit like bank loans. Now we are going to talk about substance theory of wage. This theory is given by David Ricardo. And substance wage means the lowest wage in which workers and their family can survive only. According to this theory, employer should pay wages to employees according to substance level, not beyond this. Now we are going to talk about wage fund theory. This theory first of all propounded by Adam Smith. After that, this theory was developed by J.S. Mill. According to this theory, employer pre-decide some fixed amount of capital which they are going to pay as a wages. According to this theory, employer pre-decide some fixed amount of capital which they are going to pay as a wages. For example, employer decide 1 lakh they are going to pay as a wages. This 1 lakh will be called wage fund, and we can calculate wage rate when we divide wage fund with the number of laborers. Now we will see innovation theory of profit. This theory is given by Schumpeter. Innovation means introducing something new, and according to this theory, profit is a result of innovation. And according to this theory, there are mainly 5 kinds of innovation. First is introduction of a new product, introduction of new methods of production, opening up new markets, discovery of new sources of raw material, and reorganization of industry. Next is dynamic theory of profit. This theory is given by J.B. Clark. According to this theory, profit comes only in dynamic economy, not in static economy. According to this theory, profit comes only in dynamic economy, not in static economy. But why not in static economy? Because in static economy, no risk, no uncertainty. And it is impossible for business to generate a profit without bearing uncertainty or taking risk. That's why, according to this theory, profit comes only in dynamic economy, not in static economy. Next is uncertainty bearing theory of profit. This theory is given by F.H. Knight. According to this theory, profit is reward of bearing uncertainties. According to this theory, profit is reward of bearing uncertainties. Uncertainty means a lack of surety, when you are not sure about something. As we know in business, we are not sure about something. Suddenly your product demand can reduce. Suddenly a new competitor can come in the market. According to this theory, if you are ready to bear all this kind of uncertainty, then you will definitely receive profit as a reward. So this is all about theories of factor pricing. I think you got it, and thank you so much for watching this video. Bye, take care.